How's that for a good morning? 4 years ago, when I began watching videos and making videos, some of those YouTubers were coming up on the Appalachian Trail. I'm Southern boys, and that's what they would say in the morning. Good morning. So that's what I was saying there for a while, but then I got away from it, and then you were kind of getting a good morning. So, what would you rather have? A good morning or a good morning? Come with me, we're going for a hike today. Come on here with me. Come. It's end of September, going into October. Is summer over? Well, I invite you. Here comes the pitch. The pitch, get ready. I invite you to look at a video I made 3-4 weeks ago. Is summer over? Now it's a rather long video, 20 minutes. But, well, you could sit and watch it maybe while you're watching the playoffs. Or possibly doing some cooking, or maybe scrubbing pots and pans. You could put that on your counter and watch me ask you, is summer over? I'm here up here in North Mahanoy Mountain along the Catarissa Road. It's an old road. Been here a long time. It's the old Catawissa Road. Running from, of course, Catawissa out through the ring town. It's an old road. And I'm here to tell a story about a German Peddler who became the first murder victim in, well, what was known as Berks County at that time. It's Schulkill County now. The first murder victim in Schulkill County. And I'm here to tell that story. In 1797, the German peddler Jost, J-O-S-T, Folbaber, was traveling through this country, traveling on the Catawissa Road with his wares on his horse. And he had pots and pans and kitchen utensils and tin cups. And he was stopping at homesteads along the way, and apparently was doing very well. Then one evening he stopped in a traveler's hotel that would have been down in Mahanoy City today. So one evening there, where was I? He stops at a tavern owned by a John Reich for his supper and sleep for the evening. And he began to brag, as the story goes. Or another story, he just started jingling his coins. But anyway, another gentleman, a hunter who was staying there at the hotel, heard this and got chatty with this gentleman and found out where he was going to go the next day. So this hunter who was staying at the hotel also, his name was Benjamin Bailey. So Bailey followed Jost. He knew his route. And as he was following him, Jost came up to this area here by the reservoir, reservoir number 3. and he was picking blueberries. Probably a nice warm morning. Not a soul in sight. Well, Bailey snuck up to him and shot him in his back. And then he wanted to make sure that Josh was dead for sure, and he took his axe and smashed in his head. Not a very nice guy, was he? Well, he's all full of blood. But he takes his coat off and he buries it somewhere. Then a couple of visitors came back. Mr. Clark was on horseback. Mr. Jackson was walking along through in here, and they didn't expect anything or suspect anything, may I say. Well, Bailey, he returns to the hotel, and the hotel's wife, Mrs. Rice, you know, she looks at him and says, "Hey, where's your coat?" You know? And he says, "Well, I forgot it somewhere." And so, you know, she didn't think much of that, but she just let it go. So 2 weeks later, then the body was found up here somewhere laying around. And then a inquiry was performed. And it was determined then that Bailey did it. He was guilty. And they found him down in Easton, Pennsylvania, and arrested him and tried him, and he was executed in 1798. I have here with me a gentleman that was nice enough to bring me up here, and he's going to tell you his story too.
Well, here we are in the grave of the peddler, Josh Folbaber, and to many in the coal regions, it's sort of like a spiritual place because so many generations have come up here to visit this guy, decade after decade, century after century now. And the story goes that down in Mahanoy City was just a few little cabins. The peddler spent the night, and there was a hunter up here for a few weeks from New Jersey hunting, and he thought the peddler might have a lot of money, so he knew he was heading out to the Bloomsburg area, so he came up here and waited for him, and unfortunately killed the poor peddler. And maybe they caught up with him in New Jersey, and I think it was January 1st, 1798, they hung the individual in Reading. And supposedly 7,000 people watched, which was quite a number in them days because the population wasn't big at all in the area. So say a little prayer for our eternal friend Josh here. And thank you, John.
Thank you, Jim, for telling us that. That was great, yeah. And thank you for getting me up here.
Not a problem.
Thank you very much. It's been a great day.
Thank
you, Jim. It was very nice of you. We met down in his hometown of Buck Mountain, an old coal village, and he was graciously enough to show me the Mahanoy Tunnel, and I was so happy about that. And then he offered to bring me up here, and I said yes, let's do it. So that was great. So it's not the end of the story. Now, you know, I only give you a glimpse of things, give you a little bit of interest in something. I think the best way for you to learn more about this and to read a little bit more about it is probably Google it, and there's lots of information on there. So it has been a great day. I enjoyed it very much. Glad to have you along. Thank you very much. And if you like this sort of thing, then you know, click the like, give me a comment, let me know, And don't forget, is it good morning? Or is it good morning? Have a good day.